Chosen one. If these words reach you before the clock strikes 1159 tonight, take it as a meaningful sign. This message did not appear in your path by accident, and you were never meant to overlook it. Walking away now could mean missing something that has been unfolding behind the scenes long before today arrived. These words are meant specifically for you because what is approaching is no coincidence. It has been planned with purpose. Everything is unfolding with perfect accuracy, and it is connected to your journey. This is far more than a passing moment or a simple curiosity. You are standing at the threshold of a new chapter where what you have patiently hoped for is finally drawing close. What is meant for you has already begun moving in your direction, and the fact that you are hearing this now is confirmation that it is nearer than ever. Pay close attention, because this is the point where waiting gives way to fulfillment. The season of postponement is ending, and a season of arrival is beginning. Once this truth settles into your heart, the way you see everything will begin to change. Type Amen if you believe. The message is straightforward, yet its meaning carries great strength. I will reveal it without hesitation. Seeing these words before today comes to an end is a sign that your life is aligning with a divine timing established long before you could recognize it. It means the obstacles that once restrained your blessings are losing their grip, and what seemed far beyond your reach is steadily coming closer. You have endured uncertainty, long periods of waiting, and moments when everything felt silent. Even so, you never gave up. You are still here. You are still listening. You are still believing. That is not a sign of weakness. It is evidence that you have been prepared all along. Throughout every challenge, you have been shaped in ways you could not yet see. Right now, there is something important I want you to do. Do not wait until later or after this video ends. If these words resonate deeply within your heart, take a moment to like this video. Let that simple action become your declaration that you are ready to welcome the blessings already making their way into your life. This has never been about gaining attention. It is about alignment. And every action you take in faith strengthens that alignment. What is coming is not ordinary, and you are not meant to treat it as something small. You are standing at the edge of something that will change the way you see your own life. You have been asking for a sign, and here it is. Not hidden, not complicated, not distant. The fact that you are here before this day ends is the sign itself. I am telling you that what you have been hoping for has already been approved, and it is now moving toward you step by step. You may not see it yet with your eyes, but you are beginning to feel it in your spirit. That quiet shift inside you is not your imagination. It is confirmation. Type 777. If you trust God, you have felt overlooked at times, as if your efforts were not being seen, as if your prayers were echoing into silence. But nothing you have done in faith has been ignored, and nothing you have endured has been wasted. I have been watching every moment, every tear, every time you chose to keep going when it would have been easier to give up. That strength inside you did not come from nowhere. It came from me, and it has been growing for this exact moment. What is coming soon is not just an event. It is a release of what has been building behind the scenes. You have been in a season where things felt slow, uncertain, even unfair at times, but that season had a purpose, and it was to prepare you to handle what is now about to arrive. If it had come earlier, you would not have been ready, and it would not have stayed. Now you are different, stronger, clearer, and more grounded than before. I am not bringing something small into your life. I am bringing something that will shift your direction. It will not only change your situation, it will change how you see yourself. You will begin to recognize your value in a way you have never fully understood before. This is not about pride. It is about truth. And the truth is that you are not ordinary. You are chosen for a purpose that goes beyond what you can currently see. There are moments in life where everything seems to come together at once, where doors open that once felt sealed, where answers appear that once felt hidden. That is the kind of moment you are stepping into now. It will not feel chaotic. It will feel right, like something finally falling into place after a long time of waiting. You will know it when it happens, because it will carry a sense of peace with it. Do not let doubt speak louder than what I am telling you right now. Doubt will try to remind you of the past, of times when things did not work out, of moments when you felt let down. But this is not the past, and you are not the same person you were back then. You have grown, you have learned, and you have become someone who can receive what is now being given. You may not understand every detail of how it will happen, but you do not need to. Your role is not to control the process. Your role is to stay open, to stay ready, and to trust. I am handling the details. I am arranging the timing. And I am making sure that what reaches you is exactly what you need. There is no confusion in what I do, only purpose. As this day moves closer to its end, something will shift in a way you cannot ignore. It may come through a message, a call, an opportunity, or a sudden realization that changes everything. However, it arrives. It will not be random. It will be precise. You will look back and understand that this moment was always meant to happen exactly like this. You have been carrying more than you let others see. And I know the weight you have been holding. I know the silent battles, the thoughts you do not share, the strength it takes just to keep moving forward. That is why what is coming is not just a reward, it is a release. It will lift something off your shoulders and replace it with something that brings peace. Why is an NYC neuroscientist breaking their silence about a hidden brain ritual? Reports say their attorneys are trying to shut this page down after CIA-linked research revealed a brainwave method connected to attracting money. This 7-second practice, supported by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping people move away from financial stress into more stable lifestyles. Many are now stepping into dream homes, driving luxury cars, and enjoying luxury vacations. If you are seeing this now, consider yourself lucky, because this page may not stay online for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. Stay present, stay aware, and do not dismiss what happens next as coincidence. This is not coincidence. This is alignment. This is what happens when preparation meets timing. And you are standing right in the middle of that meeting point. Do not turn away from it. Do not question it too quickly. And do not let fear block what is being given. Everything I have said to you is real, and everything that is coming is already on its way. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. And you are not overlooked. You are exactly where you need to be, at exactly the right time. And as this day comes to a close, you will begin to see the first signs of what has been promised. That part of you is not wrong. It has been quietly guiding you toward this very moment. And now that you are here, I need you to understand what is unfolding around you. What is coming soon is not only about receiving something new, it is about restoring something that felt lost. You have carried disappointment in ways that others never saw. and you have learned to smile even when your heart felt heavy, that strength has not gone unnoticed, and it has not been in vain. I have been preparing a response to everything you have endured, and that response is beginning to take form. It is not rushed, it is not careless, it is precise and filled with purpose. Type 1111. If you believe, there is a quiet shift happening within you, and it may feel subtle at first. You might notice a small sense of peace where there used to be anxiety, or a feeling of clarity where there used to be confusion. These are not random emotions. They are signs that something is aligning. When I move in your life, I do not always begin with loud changes. I begin within you, because once your inner world is ready, your outer world follows without resistance. You have been asking for change, but you are also being prepared to handle that change. What is coming requires a version of you that is steady, grounded, and able to recognize its value. You are stepping into that version now, even if you do not fully see it yet. You are becoming someone who can hold what is being given without losing it. This is why the timing matters. And this is why it could not happen before now. There will be moments very soon where things begin to move quickly. Situations that felt stuck will suddenly shift. And opportunities that once felt out of reach will come closer. You may feel surprised by how fast things begin to change, but do not let that surprise turn into fear. This is not chaos. This is movement. And it is guided. Everything that begins to unfold has been arranged with care. Type 2 to claim miracles. You have spent time doubting yourself, questioning your worth, wondering if you were truly capable of more. Those thoughts did not come from truth. They came from moments where you felt overwhelmed. But you are not defined by those moments. You are defined by your ability to rise again, and you have done that more times than you can count. That resilience is what makes you ready for what is coming. Do not underestimate the importance of your journey so far. Every challenge you faced has added something to you, even when it felt like it was taking something away. You have gained wisdom, patience, and a deeper understanding of yourself. These are not small things. They are the foundation of what is about to be built in your life. Without them, what is coming would not be able to stand. There is something about to enter your life that will feel different from anything you have experienced before. It will not carry the same confusion or instability that you have dealt with in the past. Instead, it will feel clear, steady, and aligned with who you are becoming. You will not have to force it. You will not have to chase it. It will meet you where you are. That is how you will know it is meant for you. You may wonder why it took so long, why you had to go through certain things before reaching this point. The answer is not simple, but it is true. You needed to become someone who could recognize what is right for you and what is not. In the past, you might have accepted less because you did not fully see your worth. Now you are different, and you will no longer settle for what does not align with you. As this unfolds, you will also notice a change in how you see others and how you allow others to see you. You will begin to set boundaries without guilt, to speak your truth without fear, and to stand in your value without hesitation. This is not arrogance. It is growth, and it is necessary for what is coming to stay in your life, because what is meant for you requires you to honor yourself. There will be a moment when everything becomes clear. When you look at your life and realize that the waiting was not empty. It was filled with preparation, even when it felt like nothing was happening. That realization will bring you peace, because you will understand that you were never stuck. You were being positioned, and now that positioning is complete. What if a top neuroscientist just revealed a method helping thousands of people attract money into their lives? Research connected to the CIA suggests a simple brainwave ritual can influence how you notice and act on opportunities. This septsegun technique, validated by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping people shift from financial pressure to improved lifestyles. Many are now living in dream homes, driving luxury cars, and enjoying luxury vacations. But this information may not stay online for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. You are closer than you think to seeing the results of everything you have held on to. The breakthrough you have been hoping for is not a distant idea. It is approaching you step by step. Each moment brings it closer, even if you cannot measure that progress with your eyes. Trust that the movement is real, even when it is quiet, because the most important changes often begin in silence. Stay grounded as things begin to shift. Do not let excitement pull you out of alignment, and do not let fear push you back into old patterns. Remain steady, remain aware, and continue to trust the process that is unfolding. You do not need to rush ahead, and you do not need to hold back. You simply need to stay present and allow what is meant for you to reach you. Everything I have been telling you is leading to a moment that will confirm it all. When that moment arrives, it will not feel like something foreign. It will feel like something that was always meant to happen. You will recognize it not because it is loud, but because it is right. And in that moment, you will understand that this was never about luck. It was about timing. You are not alone in this process, even when it feels like it. I have been with you in every step, guiding, protecting, and preparing you, and I will continue to be with you as this next phase begins. You do not have to face it on your own, and you are not expected to have all the answers. You are only expected to trust and to receive. As this day moves forward, pay attention to the small details, the conversations you have, the thoughts that come to you, the opportunities that appear. These are all part of the bigger picture, and each one plays a role in what is unfolding. Nothing is random, and nothing is without purpose. Everything is connected, and you are at the center of that connection. What is coming soon will not only change your situation, it will change your perspective. You will begin to see possibilities where you once saw limits. You will begin to feel hope where you once felt uncertainty, and you will begin to move forward with a confidence that comes from knowing you are supported. You may still see the same surroundings, the same people, and the same routines, but your inner response to them is changing. That is where transformation always begins, not outside, but within. And once that inner shift takes hold, the outer world cannot remain the same for long. There is a reason why you feel more aware right now, more sensitive to what is right and what is not. That awareness is guiding you away from what no longer belongs in your life. You are being gently moved out of patterns that once felt normal but were quietly holding you back. This is not loss. This is refinement, and it is making space for what is meant to enter. What is coming cannot exist in the same space as what is no longer aligned with you. Type 10 to receive blessings. You have reached a point where you are no longer meant to chase what is meant for you. Instead, what is meant for you is now being directed toward you. This is a different kind of experience, one that requires trust rather than effort. You may feel the urge to go back to old ways of trying to control everything, but that is not what is needed now. What is needed is your willingness to receive without resistance. There are things that will begin to fall into place in ways that may surprise you. You might encounter the right person at the right time, or hear the exact words you needed to hear when you least expected it. These moments will feel natural, not forced, and they will carry a sense of certainty with them. That certainty is not something you create. It is something you recognize, and once you recognize it, you will know you are on the right path. You have been through enough to understand that not everything that looks good is truly meant for you. That understanding has protected you even when it felt like you were missing out. But now you are entering a space where what comes to you will not only look right, it will feel right. You will not have to question it constantly or search for hidden meanings. It will align with your peace. And that is how you will know it is real. Type 22222 to receive miracles. Do not let past disappointments make you hesitate when something good begins to unfold. It is natural to feel cautious, especially when you have experienced letdowns before. But this is not the same situation, and you are not the same person. You have grown into someone who can recognize truth, and that recognition will guide you. Allow yourself to move forward without carrying the weight of what has already passed. You may also notice that certain people or situations begin to fade out of your life without much effort. This is not something you need to force or resist. It is part of the clearing process that makes room for what is coming. Not everything is meant to continue with you into your next season. Some things were only meant to be part of your preparation, not your destination. As this transition continues, you will feel moments of excitement mixed with moments of uncertainty. That is normal when something new is approaching. You are stepping into territory that is unfamiliar, and that can feel both inspiring and overwhelming. But you are not stepping into it alone, and you are not stepping into it unprepared. Everything you need to move forward is already inside you, waiting to be awakened. What if a hidden area of your mind has been quietly shaping the way you experience financial opportunities? Research from Colombia, connected with findings referenced in CIA-related studies, suggests that a tiny brain process can be stimulated through a brief 7-second practice, supported by 4 neuroscience laboratories. This approach has encouraged many people to leave financial stress behind and embrace a more abundant, balanced way of living. People have shared stories of moving into beautiful homes, driving the cars they once dreamed about, and enjoying vacations they believed were out of reach. Still, this information may not remain available forever. If you want to learn more, visit the link in the description and comments before it is removed. Everything unfolds according to its own perfect season, and your season has not been forgotten. Even if progress seemed slow, a delay has never meant that your opportunity was taken away. What looked like inactivity was actually a time when unseen pieces were falling into place. Those hidden preparations are now beginning to surface, and you are stepping out of the season of waiting into the season of receiving. Keep your heart open, because blessings often arrive in unexpected ways. The outcome may not appear exactly as you once pictured it, but it will arrive in the form that serves your highest good. Sometimes reality takes a different shape than imagination, yet it still fulfills the same purpose. Welcome what comes with trust, knowing that its true value will become clearer as time passes. As these changes begin to unfold, you will also notice a quiet peace growing within you. It is not a peace that depends on perfect circumstances, but one that comes from recognizing you are being led. Even while the journey is still unfolding, that inner calm will continually reassure you that every step is carrying you toward the place you are meant to be. Hold tightly to that confidence, because it will keep you steady no matter what unfolds next. You have been called to step into something greater, something that reflects the true depth of who you are. This is not about becoming someone else. It is about becoming fully yourself. The version of you that has been hidden under doubt and fear is now rising to the surface, and as it rises, it will attract what is meant to be part of your life. You will also begin to see yourself differently. The way you speak to yourself, the way you think about your future, and the way you carry yourself will all begin to change. This is not something you are forcing. It is something that is naturally happening as you align with your purpose. That alignment will bring a sense of confidence that does not need to be proven to anyone else. As you continue forward, remember that you are allowed to receive good things. You are allowed to experience joy, success, and peace without feeling guilty or undeserving. What is coming is not something you have to earn through struggle. It is something that has already been prepared for you. Your role is to accept it with an open heart. There will be confirmations along the way, small signs that remind you that you are on the right path. Pay attention to those signs, even if they seem simple. They are there to encourage you and to strengthen your trust. Each confirmation is a reminder that you are not imagining this. You are experiencing it. What is approaching you now carries a sense of permanence. It is not something that will come and go quickly. It is something that is meant to stay. That is why the preparation was necessary, because what stays requires stability, and you are now stable enough to hold on to what is being given. Continue to move forward with faith. Even when you do not have all the answers, you do not need to see the entire path to take the next step. Each step will reveal the next one, and before you know it, you will look back and see how far you have come. That journey is already unfolding, and you are right in the middle of it. Everything you have been through has led you to this moment, and everything that is coming will build on what you have already become. This is not the end of your journey. It is the beginning of a new chapter. And this chapter will be filled with the kind of experiences you once only hoped for. What you are stepping into now is not just change. It is clarity. And clarity removes the confusion that once held you back. You are beginning to see things as they truly are, not as fear once made them appear. This clarity is sharpening your decisions and strengthening your direction. You are no longer moving in circles. Even if parts of your life still look the same on the surface, beneath that surface, everything is reorganizing in your favor. There is a quiet confidence rising in you, and it is different from anything you have felt before. It is not loud or forced. It is steady and calm, like something that knows exactly where it belongs. This confidence is not coming from what you have. It is coming from who you are becoming, and that is why it cannot be taken away from you. What is built within you will always remain stronger than what exists around you. Type 1212. If you trust in Jesus, you are entering a phase where your energy will no longer be drained by things that do not align with you. Situations that once exhausted you will lose their hold, and you will begin to move with more ease. This is not because life becomes perfect, but because you become more aligned. Alignment changes everything because it places you in the right position to receive without struggle. You are learning to flow instead of force, and that is a powerful shift. There will be moments where you feel the urge to look back, to revisit what once felt familiar. But what was familiar was not always what was right for you. You have outgrown those spaces, even if they still try to call you back. Growth requires movement, and you are being moved forward for a reason. Trust that what lies ahead is greater than anything you have left behind. You are also becoming more aware of your worth. And this awareness will begin to shape your choices. You will no longer accept less just to feel comfortable. You will no longer stay silent just to avoid conflict. This is not about changing who you are. It is about revealing who you have always been. And that revelation will bring a sense of freedom you have not fully experienced before. Type yes to receive miracles. Why are so many people talking about the billionaire brainwave? A leading neuroscientist says it was identified during a private program based on CIA research. This 7-second ritual, confirmed by 4 neuroscience labs, helps align your thinking with better financial outcomes. Many are moving away from stress into improved lifestyles with dream homes, luxury cars, and the freedom to enjoy luxury vacations. But this discovery may be taken down soon. Click the link in the description and comments before it is gone. As what is coming moves closer, you may begin to notice opportunities that seem small at first. Do not overlook them, because what appears small can lead to something much greater. Every step matters, even the ones that seem simple. You are being guided through a process, and each part of that process has value. Nothing is wasted when it is aligned with your purpose. You have been through seasons where nothing seemed to make sense, where answers were not clear, and direction felt uncertain. But those seasons were not empty. They were shaping you in ways that are now becoming visible. You are starting to understand why certain things had to happen the way they did. That understanding brings peace because it replaces confusion with purpose. There is also a sense of restoration that is beginning to take place. Things that felt broken or incomplete are starting to come back together. This does not always happen in the way you expect, but it happens in the way that is right. Restoration is not about returning to the past. It is about rebuilding in a stronger and more aligned way. And that is what is happening in your life now. You are not being asked to do everything at once. You are only being asked to take the next step with faith. That step may feel small, but it is significant. Each step builds on the one before it, creating a path that leads you forward. You do not need to see the entire path to trust it. You only need to keep moving. There will be moments when you feel overwhelmed by the changes that are taking place. That is natural when something new begins to unfold, but do not let that feeling cause you to retreat. Instead, allow it to remind you that you are stepping into something greater. Growth often feels uncomfortable before it feels right. You are also learning to trust your inner voice more than the noise around you. That voice has been guiding you quietly, even when you did not fully recognize it. Now it is becoming clearer, stronger, and more consistent. Trust that voice because it is aligned with the direction you are meant to go. It will not lead you away from what is meant for you. As you continue forward, you will notice that your perspective begins to change. Challenges will no longer feel like obstacles. They will feel like opportunities to grow. This shift in perspective is powerful because it changes how you experience everything. When you see things differently, you respond differently, and that response shapes your reality. What is coming into your life is not just meant to change your circumstances. It is meant to expand your understanding of what is possible. You have been thinking within certain limits, even without realizing it. Those limits are now being removed, allowing you to see a bigger picture. That picture includes things you once thought were out of reach. You are being positioned to receive not only what you asked for, but also what you did not even know to ask for. This is how I work in your life. Not just meeting your expectations, but going beyond them. What is coming carries a sense of abundance, not just in material ways, but in peace, clarity, and purpose. It is a full experience, not a partial one. Do not rush this process, even if you feel eager to see results. Everything is unfolding at the right pace, and rushing will only create unnecessary pressure. Trust the timing, because it has been carefully arranged. What is meant for you will not pass you by, and what is not meant for you will not remain. You are also becoming more aware of the connections in your life. The people who are meant to be part of your journey will begin to stand out more clearly. These connections will feel natural and supportive, not forced or draining. Pay attention to how you feel around others, because that feeling will guide you. There is a sense of balance that is being restored within you. The parts of your life that once felt out of place are starting to align. This balance brings a sense of stability, allowing you to move forward with confidence. You are no longer being pulled in different directions. You are moving with purpose. Everything you are experiencing right now is part of a larger plan, one that is designed to bring you into alignment with your true path. You may not see every detail, but you can feel the direction. That feeling is enough to guide you. Trust it, follow it, and allow it to lead you where you are meant to go. There is a deeper level of trust forming within you, not just in what is coming, but in yourself. You are beginning to trust your decisions, your instincts, and your sense of direction. This trust is something you have built through experience, even when those experiences were difficult. Nothing you went through was meaningless, and nothing was without purpose. Every moment has contributed to the strength you now carry. Type 777 to affirm your belief. You will begin to notice that things which once felt heavy are becoming lighter. Situations that used to drain your energy will no longer have the same effect on you. This is because you are no longer giving your energy to what does not align with your growth. You are becoming more intentional with where you invest your time and attention. That intention is creating space for something better to enter your life. A fresh sense of purpose is beginning to awaken inside you. It may arrive as an inspiring thought, a new dream, or a completely different perspective on what lies ahead. This is not happening by chance. It is evidence that your life is entering a season of transformation. You are no longer the person you once were, and the changes taking place within you are gradually becoming visible in the life you are creating. The person you are growing into belongs in a different environment, and that new space is already being prepared for your arrival. Type 100 to affirm. What if the missing piece behind why so many manifestation techniques seem inconsistent has finally been uncovered? According to a leading neuroscientist connected with CIA-related research, achieving lasting results depends on reaching the proper brainwave state. A simple 7-second practice, supported by 4 neuroscience laboratories, is helping people develop a healthier relationship with money and move toward a more purposeful future. Many have shared stories of settling into dream homes, purchasing luxury vehicles, and enjoying vacations they once believed were impossible. This information may not remain available indefinitely, so be sure to check the link in the description and comments before it is taken down. You are entering a season where the work you have invested, whether anyone noticed it or not, is beginning to produce visible results. The seeds you planted with patience are starting to grow, and the progress you have hoped for is finally taking shape before your eyes. You may not have realized just how close you were to this breakthrough, but now you have reached the moment where scattered pieces begin fitting together. The transformation may unfold step by step, instead of all at once. Yet its impact will be impossible to ignore. There will be times when an unmistakable sense of direction rises within you, giving you complete confidence about the next step to take. Those moments of certainty are not coincidences. They are signs that you are being guided. When that clarity appears, trust it and move forward with confidence. There is no need to overanalyze every decision, because that inner conviction comes from a place of genuine wisdom and is leading you exactly where you are meant to go.